Yo, I just woke up like 10 minutes ago, so you guys are gonna have to deal with all of this. But Destroy Lonely has finally dropped the album everyone has been waiting for. There were 26 tracks on the album, which I feel like is a lot, especially for a solo album. I think the only feature he had was Ken Carson on a bonus track. But besides that, the beats were crazy. He had a bunch of his classic like sad guitar beats, a bunch of the classic like bouncy rage beats that are a bit more melodic, and then he also had the hype rage beats. And if you guys want to find out how to make guitar beats for Destroy Lonely, I made a video a couple of weeks ago when the single dropped, so be sure to check that out. But for today's beat, we're doing a more melodic rage beat. But before we get into it, be sure to leave a like and a comment, and be sure to check out our new membership system. It's basically like a Patreon tier system, but we only have one tier. It's $14.99 a month. You get a bunch of exclusive loops from all the members in the label. You get a bunch of discounts on our website, as well as one free kit every month. You get access to all the project files of all our past tutorials, as well as all the new ones coming out. And there's also other perks like being in members only chat rooms. And after you guys join, you'll be prompted to go to our Discord, and there'll be a YouTube members chat room, and we are constantly updating that room as well. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So starting off, I had this one shot from Etalenti. It's from one of his RIP speakers one shot kits, and I just realized I made this entire beat with one shots only, so I'll just show you guys how I did that as well. And for this lead, I didn't really do much. I just went to the envelope tab and I dragged down everything except the hold knob, and this allows you to sustain the note as long as you hold the key down. And then for the pattern, another cool thing that you can do with one shots is slide notes. So as you can see at the end of my chord progressions, I have little slide notes here, and you can really place them anywhere as long as they're in key, and just kind of have fun with it. It's kind of like a broke man's looperator. So after the lead, I had this other one shot from a Rage one shot kit that I think I got from Reddit. The one shot is called Rage Pad, and it sounds like this. And that was just kind of to fill in some low end in the lead. I've been doing that a lot, where I'm kind of layering my pads with my chords just to kind of give it more body. And after that, I had another lead, and it's an arcade lead, and I drew out this arpeggiator pattern. And lastly, I had this synth, and I made a pattern for a breakdown, and then I kind of took that pattern and then I just chopped it up and used it for the intro as well. And then lastly, for the melody, I took that same sound and I made a new pattern that just comes in at parts for the hook. And now moving on to the drums, I started off with these hats. And moving on, I added this clap, and I also added a transient shaper on the clap, because in the context of the beat, for mixing reasons, this just makes sense because there's so much going on. I usually do this with rage beats. If I can't find a clap that can really punch through the mix, I'll just get a clap sound that I like, and I'll put transient processor on it, and I'll just play around with the attack and the drive. And then after that, I added this perk sound. And then lastly, I added a classic spins with this pattern. And then I also had a second unique pattern for the hook, and I had another unique pattern for the breakdown I was talking about earlier. And having little pockets like that helps out a lot with getting placements. Little moments like that where you can kind of let the artist do their thing really makes them want to get on the beat more and just helps them conceptualize more ideas as well for the song. And then lastly, I did the classic intro that you hear in a lot of rage beats. And how I do that is I go to my BPM and I right click and create a automation clip. With that, you can kind of play around with whatever, but just be sure to right click on this dot and copy your original BPM before making any other changes. And once you have your ending automation as your original BPM, you can play around with the starting automation and start it at whatever you like. After that, I did 2 more automation clips with a radio EQ effect on my master and some reverb as well. And that is about it for the beat. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, be sure to leave a like and a comment, and be sure to check out our membership system as well if you want the FLP for this beat. Thank you guys again for the constant love and support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.